How to create or edit custom call to action buttons with AmaLinks Pro. So starting off in step 2 here in AmaLinks Pro, you can see I've already selected my product in step 1. So step 2, choose link type. I'm going to choose the CTA link. And here's the first preview. It shows with the default text, which pulls in the title from Amazon, and the default button style. So in order to edit this, you want to click the pencil icon right here. Now the first thing you want to look at the top, you can edit the text itself. So maybe I want to get rid of this text at the end and have it just say Sport Squad Grayson 56-inch foosball table. Or in a lot of cases, you might want to say something like read full reviews on Amazon and create a button like that to get people to go over to Amazon to read reviews. So we change the text. Then the next thing you need to do is either create a new CTA button, or if you've already created buttons on your site, it automatically saves them below. And you can, for example, here's a button style that I've used before. When you hover over it, you can see the hover effects. You can select that button, or if you want to change the colors or the text or just edit it slightly, you can edit that button too. So for now, I'm just going to create a brand new button just to show you how everything works. So as you can see, the preview at the top shows your button text and shows what it looks like, and here are all the editing options. So the first thing we're going to do is customize the text. Notice at the top, here's this toggle switch. If it's to the left, if it's turned off, that means you're editing the normal state of your button. If you click the toggle switch, then you're editing just the hover state of the button. So say we want to change the font. So if you click on the pull down menu, there's a couple of default fonts that are in here. Or if you enable Google Fonts, which you access in your AmaLinks Pro settings, follow the simple instructions there to get a Google API key. And once you insert the API key and save it in your settings, you'll have literally hundreds of different fonts, Google fonts in this menu. But for this example, I'll just show you with the default fonts. So we'll switch the font here. You can change the font size by simply clicking on this and dragging. So we change it to 25. And now you can see when you hover, it's still smaller. So you also need to change the hover state size. Say maybe we want to make it just slightly bigger, or make it 26. So when you hover, the button will kind of like pop and grow just a little bit. And the font hover color, say we want to change the font hover color to a different color, because we're still editing the hover state here. So now when you hover, the text turns yellow. And there's a few other settings down here that you could play with if you wanted to. But so for customizing the text, that's pretty easy. Customize box, here's where you can change these settings. Padding on top, you can drag this and it adds more space at the top, but I'm just going to leave everything default right here. Here's the box shadow. Maybe we want to make the box shadow color purple. You can see the purple around the box, and you can also drag these to customize the look of that. Now if we want to, now the hover state, it's still black, so maybe we want to make it red on hover, and then drag this out a little bit, drag this out a little bit. Now on hover, the shadow turns red. As you can see, it's pretty easy to customize this, make it look however you want. Next thing, we want to do the border color. Let's make the border color yellow. And then the border radius, we can make it like that. Well, that's a pretty ugly button, but I'm just kind of going through these to show you an example. The border radius makes it round on the edge. So I'm going to bring this all the way back, make it completely square. Okay. And then last thing is, customize the background. So this is the background color. Right now we have it gradient with dark blue and light blue. We can change it to solid, so it's just a solid colored button. And then same thing, if you want to change the hover state, maybe we want to make it solid green on hover. solid green on hover, so blue, green. Or if you want to set it as gradient, so we have, this is for hover, we have green on the bottom, blue on the top on hover, and go back, and if we want to set this as gradient, maybe blue on the top, we want green on the top, so it kind of goes opposite of the other one. So as you can see, I just created the ugliest button in the entire world, but I just wanted to show you how all of those editing options work and show you how easy it is to customize your own CTA button. So when you're done, you just click the save button up here. You can either use this button, which will insert it on the site right away, or you can continue editing. So if we click use this button, well, it puts it in here in your final preview, and then the next step would be to insert the short code on your website, which I just put it right here. Now if we click the preview button on our example post, we scroll down underneath this image where I just put that button, and here it is. Now a quick little edit. Saw that it needed some more space between it and the paragraph below it, so I'll add a line there. I want to center the button, and I'll click the preview button again. And that looks a little bit better. It's centered, and now there's more space between it and the text below it. So yeah, that's about it. That's how easy it is to customize and create your own call to action buttons using AmaLinks Pro.